All right, hey guys, it's Kelvin with 13th Ascension, back with another video as always. Guys, sorry I had to take a little break. I needed a little break. Got some stuff going home at home, moving, so I had to take a little time off just to kind of clear my head. Also for the fact that, guys, I have to say I am receiving your messages. Wow, I mean, guys, I only have like 5 subscribers. I must be doing something right because, I mean, I've got messages coming out the woodworks, and I'm not conceited. I feel things, and all I can say is, man, y'all are coming out the woodworks, man. Subscribe to the channel or something. I mean, there are a bunch of people throwing subliminals, and all I can say is messages received. I'm not here to judge anybody, and I would think that y'all are not here to judge me. I might not be as polished as you think, or what you're perceiving of God, fearing man is, but God's working with me, y'all. This is not me coming here to do this for me. I'm doing this for you. This is knowledge that I have that I'm trying to give you. This is I've asked God to use me as His vessel, so I can give you the knowledge of the divine. And yeah, I don't ever think it's about me. I don't care about how many subscribers I get, how many views I get. I have to make these videos because God says, hey, put them out. You have to. Just this knowledge has been in you. Everybody else doesn't know this knowledge, and I'm not thinking I'm better than anybody, but either they don't know it, or they're not to the point where they're going to come out and say it. So yeah, this is about me, y'all. And again, these are going to be about my testimonies. Nothing about, of course, glory always goes to God. It always goes to God, and that's what my channel is about. If you see it, I don't have to be holy this and holy that. God, no, I have a connection with the Father that I wish that most people had. And I say, He talks to me every single day, y'all. I mean, every day. I mean, to the point where I'm like, yo, stop, or just like he hammers me. I'm like, wow, I'm receiving a lot, and what I'm trying to do is give y'all knowledge to help y'all unlock to where you will know His voice when you hear it. You will know, when He's giving you messages, so that way the prophetic messages that you get will help you maneuver through this earth realm, because they're, once you start receiving, you're going to get messages, and they're going to tell you exactly what to do. You'll be like, "Who? How do you know that? How's that? How did you know that?" You just have to learn how to hear Him, okay? And some of this stuff is going to kind of throw you off. You're going to be like, I don't know if that's the right one or not. But listen, guys, it's either I'm truly doing God's work, or I'm doing the opposite, all right? And if it's the opposite, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. God's not going to have it. He is not going to have it. So I'm not here to judge y'all, and surely would like to think that y'all not here to judge me, but I'm telling you, I'm getting them. I'm getting the messages. There's a bunch of them. More than 1, more than 2, more than 3, more than 5. I mean, y'all coming out the woodworks, and I'm like, okay. I'm touching some people. That's a good thing, It's not gonna always be good. And again, I'm not gonna fire back to this stuff, y'all, because I mean, some of them were in kindness, some of them are in judgmental and scrutiny, and trying to critique how I do things. And yeah, y'all have to keep your opinions, well, keep them coming, that's fine, because if I ain't doing something right, trust me, you ain't getting no hate, the saying with that. I have to keep it moving, and you're never going to see me critique y'all, never tell y'all what to do at all. If anything, I'll try to give you advice, but guys, you can always send me I feel like Shakira Richardson. I feel like everybody's speaking on me, but not to me, right? And y'all have a message system where y'all can inbox me, email me, 13th Ascension 833 at Gmail. Yeah, there's all types of things that y'all can do to get in contact with me. I'm here. I implore you to, because I'm all about working with people. Remember, I've went and searched for people's guidance, and again, I've gotten closed doors. So God told me to do this. I don't need anybody else to do this, but I need to get going for myself, and everything will come. Okay, so me searching for people's advice anymore. That is over. I have to do what God tells me to do, whether you think it's polished or not God fearing or paganism, whatever y'all think. Come on, y'all. Seriously, this is not. I'm not here for that. I'm here for God. Right? God is giving me these words. I pray before every video that He will give me the right words to say. And He tells me not to fire back at y'all. He tells me, trust me, and I'm not. I just try and give you the word and let you know that messages are received, y'all. I mean, received. I got them, and I'm still going to do what God wants me to do. So let's just keep it moving. God, I love you. I really do. I want us to all be a family in this future. We all stick together, not judge and try to tear each other down, critique each other. Everybody has their own ministries. Mine, maybe, I have this way of teaching that makes the world see things in a worldly way. Instead of all the praise this and that. I'm not knocking anybody's ministry, but I have a way of teaching, right? I have a way of teaching, period. This is not about me, not about my brand, none of that. I'm just acknowledging that I have this way of teaching. I've been this way my whole life, right? And, I'm just here to try to teach what I know to you. And hopefully it reaches some of you, and some of y'all will take some of this and say, hey, start putting it into practice and realize that there is another world out there. There's another way, as opposed to what you've been taught. And not to say what you've been taught is wrong. It's just that this could be an extension to that, right? That there's a little bit more that you need to know to help you really, really get to know God, really get to see His messages and know Him. So without further ado, like I said, guys, I love you all. But we're gonna continue with this video because I really want to get this message out to you. And honestly, the title of this is going to be the Creator's language, or God's language, right? And everybody, like I said, people want to know, what God's voice sounds like. Is it masculine? Is it feminine? First of all, let's kind of start like this. Everything in life is binary, right? You have good, you have evil, you have left, you got right, up and down, dark, light. Everything is binary. So when you think of God, you have to think of it as masculine, feminine, right? I'll get into that on another video, but God is all, right? But what we need to understand is that in this world, okay, let me try to get this right. In this world, everything is like energy, right? I'll start off by this. We have some greats in our history, right? Some greats that have made some progressions in this world. They brought us technology, they brought us things to better this humanity. And I'm going to start off by naming four of some of the people that have made some big impacts to this world. And of course, these people are going to be of this history that we know of, our history. There's always history that we don't know of, but that's another story, another day, another video. But this is of our history, people that you will know. And I'm gonna start off with those. So you got Albert Einstein, right? You're gonna have Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, and you're gonna have Benjamin Franklin. Do y'all know what those four people had in common? Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm sitting here waiting like you're gonna answer me. All right, listen, guys. So those four people had something in common. They had a bunch of things in common. Number one, they were very smart. Okay, they were very intellectual. They had a sense about them, almost that they were like geniuses. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, they were like before their time. All of them. They were all before their time. Nikola Tesla, I'm sorry, he invented Wi-Fi 100 years before we got it. Wi-Fi. Y'all don't remember that big tower, electricity? I mean, he could light a light bulb to like 2 miles away. That's traveling energy. That's Wi-Fi. So Nikola Tesla had Wi-Fi before 100 years before we got it in the form of a router. Okay, Benjamin Franklin, he designed the tower rod. You know, so when lightning hits building, you know, it didn't destroy the building. It was conducted through the rod. You know, so he had knowledge with electricity and stuff like that. He was a big inventor or so. Leonardo da Vinci, basically, guys, he gave us every bit of technology that we own today. I mean, it all stemmed from him. It all did. Like helicopter, the boat, tank, robots, everything came from Leonardo da Vinci. And Albert Einstein, he gave us the equations to life. You know, y'all know Albert Einstein, he was a genius. He gave us a lot of information that we need, you know, that we use today, and it stemmed from him. So what I say with that is, those four guys, they all really had like a sixth sense, right? When I say sixth senses, they all used meditation, or they went into transits to take in their information. And what that is basically meditation, right? So they left this body, this realm, and they went somewhere else, and they received their information, and they came back, right? Look this up. This is not me. You know, this is just what it is. So they all went into their sixth sense. They all knew how to use meditation and go to the other realms, okay? And of course, the last is that they all believed in like numbers, energy, and vibrations, right? So with those four things, that number fourth is the one that's key to this video. Numbers, vibrations. Numbers, vibrations, right? Equals energy. That's all it is. Everything is energy. Everything is numbers, right? This whole matrix is numbers, guys. Just think about like how everything is invented, right? Everything is invented with, you know, equations, physics. You know, everything is numbers. You have to like put in equations to get certain outcomes, to make certain technologies. Not certain, all technology. Everything is numbers, right? All equations. And the human brain can't do that now. Before it could, you know, you had people like Pythagoras and all that, you know. But the human brain can't, you know, concept God, I can't find my words today, but the human brain can't figure all that out. Well, it can, but it does it at a slower pace. So we came out with computers, right? And computers basically can do what a human brain can, you know, a million times faster. But in all reality, you have to understand, what is the language of a computer? Y'all ever thought about that? Remember I said that life is binary. So the language of a computer is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's the language of a computer. Hence the matrix. And this is real. Look this stuff up. I'm just, again, trying to help you out, y'all. And it's going to seem a little off, but I'm trying to get you to see something. And so computers, everything they do is all it does is do equations that humans can't do, or we can't do as quickly, right? So if we're all working off of numbers, computers work off numbers. The pyramids, how do y'all think that was built? I mean, still, we don't know the full, you know, answer to that, but I'm probably going to get to a place where I can say it's probably technology, and advanced technology at that we don't even have, right? Because y'all seen those blocks, 100-ton blocks, how those things were cut, laser cut, put in stacked in place. That took precision, that took equations, that took mathematics. Because everything is mathematics. The car you drive, the phone that you're looking into right now to watch this video, the TV that you have, the house that you stay in, it all takes mathematics and equations to make all that, right? It's just the way the world is. Science is equations, right? Numbers. So if everything is numbers, y'all, everything, what do you think the language of the universe is going to be. Nikola Tesla said 369 are the numbers to the universe. How did he know that? All right. And he would never tell you the secret to it, but he told you at least that much. 369 are the language of the universe. That will open up the keys to the universe. Because everything is numbers, right? Like I said, movies are trying to tell you, the Matrix. Everything you see is numbers falling. Numbers. Everything. To even your body. Numbers. Okay? Or energy. So, what I would say is, if everything is numbers, what do y'all think God's language is going to be? It's going to be numbers. It's going to be frequencies, vibrations, signals. If you divide all that down, it comes to numbers. Right? Everything, guys. Everything. Physics, equations, energy, vibration, frequencies, mathematics, numbers, all the same thing. All the same thing. You divide all that down, it comes to numbers. When you see frequency, you go on your radio, right? You turn the knob or you press the button. What changes? Numbers. Okay? So you have to understand what we are as human beings. We are energy beings. Benjamin Franklin, back again with him, his number was 5. He believed that we are all energy beings. And you should know that, because see, you're all thinking on this carnal level of we're carnal, we're humans, we got flesh and this and that. Guys, this is an avatar. Y'all know what Avatar is? You ever seen the movie? This is a vessel. We're in here. Our soul is what makes us. That's who we are, right? And our soul, when you die, your soul leaves you. But your soul is not in human form. It's not, you can't touch it. In fact, you try to touch it, you're gonna go through it. It's translucent. Like, you're gonna be like, what? Ooh, well, you can't touch it. So what is that? What is that soul? That soul is energy, guys. It's energy. Okay? So you have to start thinking in thoughts of energy. Really. Everyone wants to think spiritual. Right? You're thinking on a physical, carnal level. Spiritual, energy. Okay? So start thinking in frequencies and that. So, like I said, if everything is numbers, right? Why wouldn't you take the language of numbers? So let me go a little further with this. Numerology. Do y'all know what numerology is? Sure you don't, because you probably had a doctrine or something that told you that it was bad. Or, guys, y'all know when numerology, originated, like when it came out? It came out 500 BC. And I say BC, the prodigal son. 500 years before him. Okay? So, if y'all know that the prodigal son was sent here as a mediator, he was the mediation between man and God. But before him, if people were using numerology to speak to people, or to speak to, they're speaking to people out of this realm, who are they talking to? Right? Like, who are they talking to? Because God had to send his physical form down here, put himself in a physical form down here. So y'all knew he was true. But before that, and it backdates all the way back to Egypt. Numerology dates back to ancient Egypt, 500 BC, and probably even way further than that. So who are they talking to? Who are the ancient Egyptians talking to? I don't need to say it, guys. I mean, come on. This is you just use your logic. You understand what I'm trying to get to you. Okay? You have been taught that this is going to be not of the Father. I'm trying to tell you, this is going to ruffle some feathers. I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, because it took me a minute to get it. It took me a minute to be like, oh man, this is heavy, right? But then I couldn't deny it anymore. I had to go with my intuition, and I had to go with my understanding, because again, we are woke now. We are meant to awaken, not listen to the doctrines that are been taught to you, or and being taught to you. You have to now use discernment. That's what God gave you discernment for. You don't see all the answers, but you know that something's not right. You know, something's not right with this. Ooh, you gotta learn. He gave you a brain to learn, to start doing your own research. And that can be a dangerous thing too, because you can get away and get caught up in a lot of these doctrines. But if you have discernment, you'll notice that a lot of these doctrines stem from one foundation. I mean, really, it does. They all stem. Like, it's like everything broke off. Oh, this is me. This is me, and this is how we do things. This is how we do it. But if you really look at all of the doctrines, they stem from one source. All right. So I say that is, like I said, numerology goes back to the Kemetic teachings back in Egypt, right? So why wouldn't we listen to the ancient Egyptians, especially the Promised Land? Why wouldn't we do that? I don't know. Maybe because we're over here in the U.S. Woo, I know I'm going to be ruffling some feathers with this one. But yeah, guys, all I'm trying to say is that numerology is real. It's real, and you need to understand that it has been used before all these new teachings came, right? Before the prodigal son. So it should be an indication to you that it is a connection to the source, the creator, God. And again, if everything in this world is numbers, what do you think his language is going to be? So I'm going to get with that and say this. Now we're going to get to, again, my testimony. So I think in the other few videos I was telling y'all, I ended up homeless in Atlanta. And when this happened, guys, I was like at my lowest low, and I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't figure it out. Like, wow, this was done to me. And a lot of you are going to relate to this because you've probably seen it on YouTube or heard somebody say this. But at my lowest low, when I had like I said, I had $1 million job and it was taken from me, just taken from me. I was like, well, God, why would you give me this job and then just take it away, But I had some jealous people that were in my life that didn't want to see it happen, and they sabotaged it. And I got kicked out. I ended up homeless, and I was in this efficiency. And like I said, I started, praying to God, and I was like, well, why would you do this to me? And, I was hurt, y'all. I couldn't even figure out, what 1 + 1 was. It was just, I was gone. They didn't have no recollection of anything. I couldn't think. I was done. I mean, probably minutes, seconds away from suicide. But it didn't happen because I had to stay strong. I had to pull through. God had his way of talking to me. So what had happened was I started going to sleep. And when I woke up, it was a certain time in the morning, right? And this happened once, and I was just like, something? That's a fluke, right? It's fluke. I'm not wrong. Ain't nothing happening. It just happens, right? Guys, I went to bed the next night. It happened again. And I was like, okay, I'm training my brain. My body is fixated on this time. I'm making all excuses, right? I'm like, oh, the body's on this, and it's going to wake up at this time. So it happened twice, right? Happened the third time, right? Guys, I was blown away to this point because I was like, man, what is going on? Guys, I was waking up at 3:13 every morning. To the point it scared me. Like, I was like, what in the world? This happened for nearly a month. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but if you wake up at that time every morning for nearly a month, you're gonna think back. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm cursed. Man, this is crazy. God, I thought God was, kicking me in while I was down. Like, yeah, all this bad stuff happened to you. Now I'm gonna tell you're a bad person. You're a bad person, right? So I was like, I started running away from it. And then it stopped after about a month. And then I went, like I said, I kept praying because I didn't know if it was the devil hitting me, like what's going on, And again, Broad is the path to destruction, narrow is the path to salvation. So again, guys, you have to look at it this way. What does the world say about that number? The world. Okay? The world says that about that number. But then I ran so long, it made me go insane, because I was like, I felt like I, again, was cursed. I felt like I was a bad omen. I felt like, I was going to be punished by, that's why I was going through all this. So then I finally got the courage. I had finally went on Google, and I just got the courage. I said, man, I'm going to type this in and figure it out. Whew, y'all, well, the information I got that day was so liberating. It blew my mind. I was just like, wow, I was beating up myself. I mean, and I was like, man, but I felt so liberated. I just took the courage to research it, right? And angel numbers are real, y'all. Angel numbers are real. And that's what I'm going to leave with this video. Angel numbers are real. You want to know the language of God? It is angel numbers. Okay? So you look at time as an encyclopedia or dictionary. Okay? Every number has a vibration. It has a frequency. And these numbers mean things. Sometimes they can be amplified by duality or triples or quadruples or even in sets. But every hour has a different frequency, right? So think of time as a dictionary. 1 o'clock, it holds a frequency. 2 o'clock holds a frequency. 3 o'clock holds a frequency. And then you go by, like I said, the duality, the triples or the quadruples of the number, or even sets. And these combinations, they breed answers. They breed information, knowledge. It's like a big book of time. Time that represents knowledge, right? Numerology. So you've probably seen this a lot, y'all. You've gotten synchronicities, right? Synchronicities. You've seen a certain number. If that's happening to you, someone's trying to talk to you. And it might not be necessarily God. It could be one of his angels, one of his guardian angels sent to you, because you all have an angel. You all have someone assigned to you that is looking over you. Some of you have a legion of angels. Hint, hint, chosens. But everybody is assigned their own angel. Everybody has their angel that's going to look out for them on this earth. The problem is, y'all don't know how to receive that angel's messages and what he's trying to tell you, or he or she is trying to tell you, because there are female angels, there are male angels, right? Trust me on that. That's another story another day. There are females and there are males, right? And I'm trying to tell y'all this because, again, this is going to go against a lot of teachings. It's probably already got y'all a lot of feeling weird, but angel numbers are real, y'all. It is the language of the universe. Numbers are the language of the universe. Numbers is energy, right? Frequencies, signals. It's not that hard, y'all. It's not. You just have to see it. And again, this video is going to go in 3 parts. I'm doing this one part just to get it out, to let y'all see, it's kind of like my intro to the numbers and the language of the Creator, or the language of God. This is going to have to be broken into 3 parts because it's going to get so deep. It'll make your brain explode, right? So I have to give it to you in increments. But if you have ever been seeing like synchronicities and seeing certain numbers, doubles, triples, or quadruples of the same number, or combinations of sets of numbers, these are messages from angels, y'all. I'm being honest as this can be. A lot of people think that because you're getting into this stuff is like I said, it's demonic and stuff like that. Guys, these are teachings of the outer realm, extraterrestrial. We are terrestrial. Extraterrestrial is outside of this earth realm, right? So why would you not acknowledge that? Because we are, again, spirits. When we die, the spirit leaves this vessel and it goes up or down, whatever you would call it, but it leaves this body and you're in an energy form. Okay, that's what a soul is. So you now have to start understanding the teachings of energy and realms and how that works. And I'm trying to tell you that God speaks through numbers. It is the language of the universe. So with that being said, I'm going to give y'all just a little bit of information here. I'm actually in a little summit, right? Because I got to end this video, it's going to get too long. I'm going to give y'all a little summit. Check this out. If you stay to the end of this video, then you're going to get an enlightenment, because I'm going to give you this assignment, right? I told y'all that when I was at my lowest low, nearly homeless, I got $1 million job taken away from me. I had nothing, didn't have a car. I was walking to work. I had people around me, but I was alone, right? All I could do is trust in God. That's all I could do. So I started receiving numbers. I told y'all that number, right? Matter of fact, if you look on my thumbnail, you're going to see an energy light being, and then you're going to see a number right above them, okay? I want y'all to take that number, and I want y'all to put that number into Google, okay? Just put it into Google. And then right after it, I want you to put angel number and hit enter. Some things are going to come up, right? Some things are going to come up. There are going to be a lot of links. I want y'all to at least go through 5 different links. If you want to keep going, go through some pages, because there are going to be pages of this. But go through at least 5 different links and read what it says about that number. And remember where I told you I was at in my life when I received that number, and when I started waking up at 3:13 every morning. And this is how you will get what I'm trying to say of his messages to you, because he's trying to help you at all times. He's trying to let you know he's here at all times. You know, like I said, we're even going to get into, well, I don't want to get into that today, but yes, he's here at all times. He has angels. And see, y'all are thinking the angels is like us. Oh my God, this is going to blow y'all mind in part 2 when we get to this. It's going to blow your mind. You think that angels are like us, you know. There's a reason why y'all never seen God. There's a reason. That's why you always talk through an intercom and, you know, stuff like that. There is a reason. Your brain can't handle it. Get it? So that's all I can say. We're going to get into part 2. It's going to probably come down the line, maybe a month or 2 down the line. But you're going to always have this video kind of to go back off on and use it as, you know, as your marker. You can kind of use that as a bookmark. And then you go to number 2 and you'll get a little bit more information. But guys, we're going to talk about Book of Enoch with this and with numbers, who built the pyramids, hint, hint, hint. Yeah, there's a lot. So just know that God talks to you. He has a way of talking to you. He can't come down here and be a voice, you know, in human form. Hence probably why y'all have never heard his voice. And there are probably some of you that do. I'm just trying to give you the language of how he speaks to you on this earth frequency. Remember? Frequency. And he's been speaking to y'all for a lot. Some of y'all for all your life, and you've never known it. So again, I'm gonna say use that information I just gave you. All right, y'all knew. I was at my lowest lows, and I told you I woke up at a certain time. Put that number into Google and put angel number, and just read it. And if it does not correlate to what I've been telling you, then you'll understand. Okay, and if it does, I want y'all to say, like this video, y'all. Like it. Let me know that it hit you. Like it, because I'm trying to give y'all revelations and let y'all see, and hopefully that it touched you and you're like, wow, and I'm learning, and I feel better that I'm putting this information out. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some bad comments, whatever, at some point in time with some of this information I give out, because it's not gonna be received by everybody. But I can only tell y'all my testimonies, and it's either I'm working for God or it's the total opposite. And I'll leave that up to y'all to judge. Okay, so y'all, with that, I'll leave y'all with this. I do love you, and I guess the glory goes to God with this. I am trying to help y'all to receive his messages. I'm trying to. All right, we got to wake up. We have to wake up. Remember 2020, the awakening. Wake up. God's trying to talk to y'all. He's trying to get y'all to see. I mean, he with these messages, he can maneuver you through this realm. You can miss certain heartbreaks. You can miss certain, things that are going to come your way. You can receive things that's going to come your way, because he'll tell you. You'll be like, wow, man, how does he know that? He loves y'all, and I'm doing my best to hopefully that y'all receive it and y'all can start receiving him. Okay. So with that being said, God, I love you. I will see y'all in the next video. I have another one coming. I actually, like I said, I took a break off just to kind of get things, my head clear. But I have another one coming very shortly, probably tomorrow, or if not tonight. So I love y'all. Talk to you later.